Okay, now we are on page 133 and we are working the topic about equation of straight lines. The equation of the line will be represented by y equal m times x plus c, and where m is going to represent our gradient and c is going to represent our y-intercept. In this first exercise, it's very simple. We just have to state the gradient and the y-intercept. So what they're asking me is to find m and to find c for each of the equations. Let's start with the simple one, a. So here it's extremely easy because I just have to identify the factor that's in front of x, that is 3, and it represents my gradient, so this is equal to 3, and the one that doesn't has x is the y-intercept. So here I found myself that my y-intercept is positive 2, or just 2. Very simple, you can do it, find it in 2 seconds. The problem is some of you, they found that what you have as equation doesn't look similar to the formula. So there's one step that you have to do, is to rewrite it the way that look like the formula. So using the properties of addition, I can change position. So here we have 2x plus 3. So what I did, I just changed the position of each one of those terms. Now it's extremely easy. I know negative 2 is my slope and positive 3 is my y-intercept. Be careful, because if this sign is negative, that means that my y-intercept is negative. Okay, so now the other difficulty for some of you is you don't remember how to work fractions. So I'm going to use this one. Here we have a fraction, and extremely simple, just rewrite it as the sum of two fractions using the property of fraction. So this becomes 3x over 2 plus 4 over 2. And now I just have to simplify. The simplification of 3 over 2 is 1.5, but right now, this level, I do not want to have decimals. So I'm going to keep the fraction, and I want to make sure that the fraction that I'm keeping is the simplest form of the fraction. So in this case, this is not the simplest. The simplest is 2. And now that I have my equation, I can say, yeah, this is my slope and this is my y-intercept. Some of you don't remember what this represents. So in that case, I just recommend you to go to page 131 and figure out. In this second question, they're asking us to revert the process that we were working before. So here they're asking us to find the equation of the line with a graph. So we know the equation of the line is represented by y equal m times x plus c, and we understand that m is our slope or gradient and c is our y-intercept. So I'm going to start with the y-intercept. The y-intercept is the easiest one. So easy that just what you have to do is to find your y-axis and find out where the line crossed that y-axis. So I'm gonna put a circle here for the three first examples, and so for A, B, and C, my y-intercept here in this case is -1. In the second case it's +1, and here we have that my y-intercept is +2. So now the question is, how do I find the slope or the gradient just by looking at the graph? Well, you can use the formula of the slope, that is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, but to do this, what I will have is I need 2 points. I need a point 1 and a second point. So you can decide which of those 2 points you want to use. So for example, I'm going to use this point and this other one. And I'm going to call this my first point, and it's going to be my second point. So if I use the formula, my sorry, this is m. The slope should be equal to y2, my second point. What is the value of y? 3, minus y1. So I look for my y1. Oh, lucky me, is a 0. And I continue, x2. This is my second point, so I look for x. That's a 4. Minus, and ix here is 1. So I ended up that my slope is 3/3, and if I simplify, I should have that is equal to 1. So that's the using the formula of the slope that I can find it. But there's another method, and that method is the graphic way. What you have to do is remember that we can represent the slope by writing rise over run. So what does that mean? What you have to do is always take any points from where you are, but it has to be, you need to start on the left side of the graph. So I'm going to choose this one, the same, and I'm going to decide a second point. I'm going to use the same points so you can see the example. So from, and here you move vertically for the rise. So you say rise is how many units from my first point to the second I have to move. So in a rise you go vertically, so you go 1, 2, 3 points. So I know I had to move 3 points, so I write 3. And then the run is how many units starting from the left where you are here to reach the second point, to reach that point. So you count 1, 2, and 3. So that's 3, and of course here we have the same answer. So now you just learned the two methods. So let's see what happened with the slope for the two other examples. So here I decide, let me erase this, and you decide, okay, I'm going to choose 2 points. You're always trying to use the easiest point possible. So you're trying to find points that intersect, that are easy to identify. So for example, this point is extremely easy to identify, and let's choose this other one. So my rise, it's 1 unit, sorry, here, 1 unit, and my run is 1, 2 units, and that's it, just like that. Okay, let's try again. What happened here and you know this slope should be negative just by looking at the graph. Okay, I'm gonna choose this point over here, and let's go with this one this time. So again, with the rise, what is my rise? Do I go up? No, I'm going down. Okay, so by going down, the direction is negative. So negative 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 4. Okay, and my run is from this point over here, it's 1, 2 units. There you go. Simplify. This is the slope.